know what's funny? I was trying to make this real simple, man, and then I went online and I started looking at pictures and graphs, and I'm like, this shit is still making it complicated, though. So everything out here is really intended to really confuse you when it comes to the stock market, because I mean, I try to get just simple pictures to just put it in layman's terms, as you can see right here, and it was just more complication. So we're gonna do it like this, okay? Let's go here. I'm gonna start with the basics first, just to make you understand, okay? It says investing in the stock market in a way I can understand. We have three different financial companies here, all in business for stock trades: E-Trade, Ameritrade, Merrill Lynch. Okay, what is a stock? I'm going to read this complication and then I'm going to tell you what it means. A stock is an ownership share in a corporation. Each of these shares denotes a part ownership for a share owner, stockholder, or shareholder of that company. Stocks are traded on exchanges all over the world. The largest is the New York Stock Exchange, or NYSE. Stocks are identified by their ticker symbol. For example, General Electric is identified as GE. Investors can buy a share in companies or a share of a diversified global portfolio of stocks, which just means a bunch of different stocks. Individual investors can purchase shares for themselves at a brokerage of their choice, which is Merrill Lynch, E-Trade, Ameritrade, or direct from the company, wherever they have an account set up. Okay? There are different types of shares: common, preferred, and unlisted. Most shareholders purchase common stock. The goal is for capital appreciation as well as income from interest and dividends, so the investor can have a profit that beats monies and treasury bills or beats inflation. Over time, stocks have outperformed cash and bonds. This takes into account depressions, world wars, and other world-changing events. Stocks automatically adjust for that inflation of the currencies. Man, look, all that shit means is basically your money is an investment, okay? Picture a company selling stocks or shares in a certain company. Picture that company is like a loaf of bread. If that company is worth $100 million and that bread is sliced into 100 pieces, and you want $1 million worth of share, you're getting one slice of that bread. That means, in a way, you kind of own that bread, or at least own the whole entity, own part of the entity that is the bread. Okay, so say we needed all the pieces to put the bread back together. Well, guess what? Somebody got a slice of that bread. We can't put all the pieces back together because that bread slice is missing. You invested in it. That's your bread. Okay, this shit is simple. All right, what they mean when they say world wars and things like that, says right here, over time, stocks have outperformed cash and bonds. This takes into account depressions, world wars. You're investing in a company, man, and the company is within society, and society got ups and downs. All type of shit make a nigga lose money, make somebody get money. Okay, it's not that complicated. Just like the company that you work for. You know, sometimes your company is going to have a bad year depending on if people want that product or not, or if there's a new product that comes along, or if there's a flood in that area. Okay, so you got to think about your money is going through all of this financial, emotional up and down when you invest in companies. All right, but that's what they're trying to say. Keep it moving. 14C, stocks were instruments of punishment. Stocks automatically adjust for the inflation of the currencies. Stocks were instruments of punishment. The original stock market was a fish and meat market in the city of London, or near the later site of Mansion House, so-called perhaps because it occupied the site of a former stocks. Stock subscribes capital. Corporation is from now. Okay, that's boring, boring, boring. What is a stock exchange? Okay, so we know what a stock is, right? We all know what a stock is. Stock is a piece of investment. Just look at it like that. Okay, a share is you've invested some of your money into this company to get profit. Okay, and you're putting your money in this company in a market and basically letting financial nature do its thing. What is a stock exchange? A market in which securities are bought and sold. Company was floated on the stock exchange. The initial offering of stocks and bonds to investors is by definition done in the primary market, and subsequent trading is done in the secondary market. A stock exchange is often the most important component of a stock market. Supply and demand in stock markets are driven by various factors. That is, in all free markets, affect the price of stocks. Okay, that's what we're talking about. We're going through the emotional, financial up and downs. Okay, you're investing in a company, you got to let the company live, man. You got to give it room to grow. You know, it's just like a child. A child is going to have his bad days. Some days you're going to be goddamn proud of a child, but you got to let that child grow. Okay, so you put your money in the stock market, you got to let it chill, man. You got to let it do its thing. So we know what a stock is. We're aware of the area, the stock market, the area that basically deals with the emotion. I call it the emotional, financial up and downs of your money. Okay, via E-Trade, Ameritrade, Merrill Lynch. E-Trade is not the stock market. Ameritrade is not the stock market. Merrill Lynch is not the stock market. These are just portals to the stock market. All right. So, like I said, my sound is may not be all that great today. I'm going to try to do my best to really keep things simple. Sometimes I'm going to have to watch myself because I get very emotional and I might go left sometimes, but just bear with me. I'm just very passionate about how simple this really is. Okay, before I move on, once again, we know what a stock is, and we know we're aware of the arena that the emotional, financial up and downs happens in via these portals, E-Trade, Ameritrade, Merrill Lynch. Now, let's go into the stock market. Okay. Okay, I'm still logged in. Good, good, good. This is my E-Trade. You're investing in companies. If they're on the stock market, they have a ticker symbol. Your company has to be on the stock market for you to invest in the stock market. Once again, your company has to be in the stock market for you to invest in the stock market. If your company is in the stock market, it has what is called a ticker symbol. Ticker, quote, it's the same thing. All that is basically an acronym. Okay? GE's, let's look it up. Let's look it up. We'll look it up right now. They're asking me for the symbol. I don't know the symbol. Let's search though. Let's search, right? Let's search. Let's do General Electric. Let's see if they give me some. General Electric. Okay. Okay, maybe that's the wrong. You know what? Let's just Google it. Let's just Google General Electric. I don't know why my computer is moving so slow tonight. Now it freezes. It's like he's trying to teach the people. Nerve of that nigger. He's trying to teach the people how to get freeze. All right. Okay. That was when I was trying to get the basic definition. So let's look up General Electric ticker. All right. General Electric ticker. There it is. NYSE means New York Stock Exchange. Now you're dealing with the stock market. I mean, we jumped into it because you guys already know what a share is, and you're aware of the arena called the stock market, that share or that investment in that company goes through its financial up and downs. And you can see it with all these funky ass charts. Okay? This shit, they're trying to make this shit seem none of this shit is important. And let me tell you something. 60% of the people, and the reason I'm telling you this, I've been messing with charts and all of this crap, and to really discuss it really in great detail is really going to confuse things and what it's going to do is going to totally discourage you from wanting to do this. Okay, so I want to keep it mad, super, fat, simple. All right. This means that one share of that stock, one bread slice. All right, remember we was talking about the bread? One bread slice, one piece of bread slice of that company costs $29.89. $29.89. Okay? We're not going to get to this yet. That's simple as hell too. We're not going to get to that. Let's look another company up. We'll leave the word ticker on there. Let's look another company up. Bear with me, man. I'm going to get emotional, but I'm going to keep it slow. Be patient. We're talking about this. One more time. What do we know so far? We know what a stock is. It's a piece of a company. It's an it's your piece of money that you just took and invested in that company. That whole entity of the company, that piece, that slice of bread of that company. Whether you got a crumb or whether you got about 4 or 5 slices, you own a entity of that company. You are a owner now of that company. That's also why investing in the stock market is so powerful. You could own one share. You're an owner of GE. Real talk. You could own one share. You're an owner of GE. All right. Let's look up another company. Home Depot. Okay. They're in the stock market. They're a big ass company. Most big ass companies are in the stock market. Come on, internet. What are you doing? Okay. Home Depot. What's their ticker symbol? HD. All right. Okay. Let's look up another one. Let's look up another one. Let's look up the company that owns Universal. That ain't even America. That controls all these mindless ass hip hop niggas. Let's look up Vivendi. Yeah. There we go. Oh, might be a good time to invest in Vivendi, huh? Invest in the madness. Vivendi, what's their ticker symbol? VIV. How much per slice of bread? How much per share? $17.98. Okay, we getting it? We getting it? So we know what a stock is. And now we learning how much it costs. Different companies charge different prices. How much it costs? How much it costs for this slice of bread? How much it costs for this slice of company? That's all you need to know, man. Don't make it harder than that. Now, when you get an entity, when you get a vehicle, when you get a portal, E-Trade, Ameritrade, Merrill Lynch, all these are think about it, they're bank accounts for you to invest your money with. They're not bank accounts meant for you to keep them sitting in there chilling. Bank accounts are frauds, y'all. Like, smarten up, black folks. Like, bank accounts are frauds, man. If you still got your money in a bank account, you need to, I'm not going to knock you too hard. You just educate yourself, man. Bank accounts are frauds. How much interest do they give you on your money? And think about how much money you need to have in that account to even make that interest worth anything. I've heard somebody say, oh, well, they give me 6%. Well, that's nice. But I mean, unless you got about 600,000, That 6% ain't really shit. You know what I mean? Think about it. Let's pull out the calculator here. Okay, I'm going left again. I know it. We coming back to it. We coming back to it. Right? You get 6% interest on the bank in the bank for your checking account. 60,000 minus 6% equals 3,600. That ain't too bad. But how about this? Check this out. Most people don't even got this much in their account. Most people don't even got that much right there, 3,600. Most of us black folks. I ain't lying. Keep it real. Most of us don't even got that much in their checking account. So now let's do that funky ass 6%. You done had 3,600. The most you done had in this bank account was maybe about $6,000 or $7,000 at a time. And shit, let's double it. Let's double it. We ain't playing. 7,000 minus 6%. You done made $420. You done had your money in this bank for damn near 11, 12 years. You done made $420 off their ass. Meanwhile, they've taken all your money that they've ever gotten from you, put it in their interest-bearing account in the stock market. That's what they do with it. Ironic, ain't it? They put it in their stock market. In their stock market. Because they're pieces of this stock market. And that's for a more advanced lesson. We're playing with ourselves, man. So let's get educated. They make you think, oh, we give you a debit card with a Visa Loco. Motherfucker, that's limited access to your money. They're giving you a key to some shit that's already yours. Well, here's a key, and anytime you want it, you just come on down to the ATM. You can even get it for free. It's my money. Should have it whenever the fuck I want. Accessible 24/7. I could touch that motherfucker. Now, I'm not saying that brokerage accounts, which is what these are called. These aren't called bank accounts. Ameritrade, they're called brokerage accounts. Okay? They're not like banks. And they ain't so too much better when it comes to the service of how you get your money. But they're a lot better. Most of these guys are going to give you back your ATM fees no matter what ATM machine you use. Okay? They're going to kick you your money right back. And you have the potential to make so much more interest off of the money that you put in your brokerage account. If you're smart. If you know how to invest in the stock market. Okay? So let's keep it moving. We go into the entity now. When you get one of these, I need some water. When you get one of these, you get access to some whole new shit. Let's look at the new shit. Because now they like, oh, you want to invest in the stock market? What's up? Fuck with us. We got the tools. We got all the charts and all of that shit. Come fuck with us. We'll get you on. Make sure you make some money. That's why I love fucking with this shit. This is the real deal, people. This shit gets me excited. All right. So let's go into research. We looked up a ticker symbol, right? Did we? Let's look it up again. Let's look one up. Let's have some fun now. All right? Merrill Lynch is crazy because the same motherfuckers that are vehicles to the stock market, they in the stock market too. And so everybody getting money except your black ass because they make the shit seem complicated. All right? Let's pick a company. Let's pick a company. We gonna fuck with them. We gonna get to know them. I want something good, man. Something that we all familiar with. We all really familiar with. Think. Say something, people. Let me hear your voices. I want something good. You know what? Let's do Kroger. All right? Somebody might have said that. That might have came to me out of. Okay, let's do Kroger. All right. Put Kroger up. Let's do Kroger ticker. So that the search engine know we talking about Kroger as far as stocks goes. All right, bam, that's the ticker symbol, KR. You see that? What's the ticker symbol? KR. How much does it cost per slice of bread? $30.45. All right, cool. Now let's go into our vehicle that we paid $500 for, because they're going to charge you to get one of these accounts. They're going to charge you about $500. It ain't more complicated than that. It's just like getting a bank account. I ain't about to break down how do you get a brokerage. Nah, it ain't no complication at all. All them commercials you scared of, you see Merrill Lynch, nigga, go on merrilllynch.com and open up you an account. Cost $500. They gonna give you one, no problem. All right, don't be afraid of credit and none of that shit. See, they don't judge you and your background and all that stuff. Nah, easy, simple. Get it just like a bank account, but you gonna pay $500 though. Yeah. Sometimes you might get away with paying $3. I've seen them do that before. But for the most part, you paying $500 to open one of these accounts. All right, this is not for the play. All right, like you really need at least $500. If you don't have the patience to keep and leave alone $500, then just turn the shit off right now and go back doing what you've been doing. If you don't have the patience to hold on to $500, okay? Let's have fun. Kroger was KR, right? KR. There we go. See? I got a brokerage account. They said, nigga, we got all these tools over here, man. We got the ticker symbol lookup. You can look up the charts, all that shit. Bring your 500 over here. I said, all right, I'm going to fuck with y'all. Fuck with y'all. E-Trade, bam. Tell me about Kroger. Because, see, now, you're putting your money into some shit, so you want to know what's going on, okay? Tell me about Kroger. What's popping with Kroger? Then you get it down to, and then your hard drive's like, oh, my God, what the fuck is all of this? Abbreviations and numbers and fuck all of that. Don't pay attention to none of that. You'll learn it as you go. But that don't mean shit. None of that shit at the end of the day don't mean nothing. This is all I want you to pay attention to. Okay? Today, the stock costs, the share, the slice of bread costs $30.79. When the market closed today, the financial, emotional up and downs, the roller coaster ride that it goes through every day, and we'll talk about exactly what the roller coaster ride is. Okay, it was 30. By the time the roller coaster ride was done for the day, the emotional, financial roller coaster ride was done for the day. It was $30.75. All right, check this shit out. Listen, this is very important. This shit right here. Make sure I'm still recording. Yes, I'm still recording. This shit right here, this part right here is very, very important. We're going to copy that. Because I want this part right here. Come on, man. See what I'm saying? White man made a computer. Shit fucking with me now. I'm trying to give information to the people. Stop playing with me. All right, come on. All right, keep up with me. All right, let's paste that right there. Oh my goodness, this cam shot, this software I'm using is terrible. Don't use this, what's it called? Don't use this, y'all. Cam shot or something, like, don't use that software. This is terrible. It's terribly so. All right, 52-week range. All right, this right here, when I first started learning about the stock market and learning how to invest, this was my bread and butter right here. 52 weeks. How much is 52 weeks, y'all? That's a whole year. What this is saying is within a year period, this was the lowest a slice of bread costs. $30.44. And within that same year period, this is the highest the slice of bread costs. $42.75. How much is that? That's about a 12 gap. That's about a 20, damn near 20%, you know what I mean? 20 some percent differential. Okay? Differential. That just means the amount of the amount in between. Okay, that's all it means. All right. What does that have to do with you? What does the differential have to do with you? Okay. If this was the highest that it was within the year, $42.75, and this was the lowest that it was within the year, $30.44, what price are we really going to be trying to look for? We're going to be trying to look for it to be on the lowest side. Why? Because we know the differential. We know it has the potential to be $42.75 for that same year. I ain't going to try to buy the shit when it's $42 because the differential, I know the differential. So that means it has less of a chance of going any higher up because the higher it's been is only 75 cents away. You understand what I'm saying? So the lowest that it is within that year to the price, the closer it is to the lowest it's been within that year, that's when you want it. That's when you want it. But know your differential, because you could have a number smaller than this. You could have what I mean is you could have this. Come on, man. You're hating on me. You could have, know your differential. You know what I mean? You could have the differential only be about 8, and now the shit is about 35. And so now you got to make a hard decision. How strongly do you believe in that stock? How strongly do you believe in that company? We'll get to that. All right? So, man, let's go back. That's your prices. Once again, that's the price that it opened for the day to get on the emotional roller coaster ride. That was the price it was. By the end of the emotional roller coaster ride, the financial emotional roller coaster ride, this is what it closed in. Okay? This right here shows you the whole year financial emotional roller coaster ride, the whole year, for the whole year, right? Shows you the lowest it's been and the highest it's been. Now, what price is it? It's $30.79. Would you invest in it right about now? Yes, you would. Am I telling you to just invest in it just because a stock is closer to? Nah, it depends. Well, what the fuck? Who the fuck is Kroger? You know what I mean? You don't buy any slice of bread. It's like, what the fuck is that French bread? Well, that shit is hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need any type of bread. Well, why Kroger? Why invest in them? First of all, who are they? This is where your brokerage account comes in. Tells you. Kroger Company operates retail, food and drug stores, multi-department stores, jewelry stores, and convenience stores across the United States. The company also manufactures and processes food for sale in a supermarket. It operates through retail operations segment. The company operates either directly or through its subsidiaries, approximately 2,778 retail food stores under a range of local banner names. Approximately 1,387 of which have fuel centers. The company's supermarkets are operated under a combination food and drug stores, combo stores, multi-department stores, marketplace stores, or price impact warehouses. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? Tells you. All right? Now here, once again, when you have a brokerage account, these guys, E-Trade, Ameritrade, Merrill Lynch, that's how you get them, and you just need $500. That's it. Okay, when you have a brokerage account, these are the tools they gonna give you. Yo, man, matter of fact, we even got researchers that got newspapers, and they tell you what they think about the stock, and you know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. I ain't gonna get into that because this shit is already longer than it needs to be. Okay. All right, so we know what a stock is. Going back, I got to keep going back to make sure the points that I'm trying to get to you guys, it's reiterated in your psyche. You know what a stock is. You know what a slice of bread is. Okay? You know about the stock market, the emotional roller coaster ride. Matter of fact, let's get into that. What is the stock market? The stock market is simply the financial emotional roller coaster ride of people buying these shares and selling them every day. That's it. That's it. It's the pool of all of that shit. It's a place where it's not even, technically, it's not a place. It happens every day. People trade from all over the world on their computers off of Wall Street. These are just where the reason Wall Street tries to make it. Wall Street is really the self-proclaimed stock market. That's where all the companies are. That's where all the offices are and shit like that. But really, the stock market is man, it's 2016 and it's actually has the possibility coming from a black man. And when y'all, you know what I mean, y'all know all of this shit too. Like when you got the info, the stock market is becoming digital. Okay? What is going on, man? Real hate. Getting real hate right now. Okay, bear with me, folks. Bear with me. We ain't gonna let a little frustration get. But let me. I'll continue to speak. Okay, so the stock market technically is digital. It's becoming digital. People trade from all over the world. I'm an IT technician, and I actually have my own business outside of this. And I remember one time I had to go set up a network. It was an Apple airport network. Real simple job. But the person's crib, I had to do it. Had to do the network setup was in Buckhead, right? And when I say, these folks got bread, man. What is y'all saying? Like these folks got money out here. Don't get it twisted. You know what this man did? All he did was sat at home and invested in the stock market all day. And he smoked his cigar, the big Cuban shits. You know what I mean? He smoked his cigars. And his wife, she, as a result, she is a real estate agent. You know what I mean? They were nice folks, white folks. Ask them what she did for a living. She's a real estate agent. Okay, so this shit is real. Like, this is, people make money off of this, man. You could quit your job if you get good enough at this shit. That's why y'all need to know it. That's why I'm still trying to get, my honestly, with me, it's just a discipline. It's just a discipline. Okay, so all right, we back. Let's hurry up and try to finish. So, all right, this says average volume. All right, that's just the amount of shares that it trades, average volume within 10-day span. All right, the market capital. This is how much market capital. Just think of market cap. How much money they fucking with. All right, that's it. How much money they playing with? How much money is that company playing with? The higher the market capital, the higher the market capital, I'm gonna say the more you should invest. The amount of years that the company's been around, plus in conjunction with the market capital, with how much money they got, determines whether you should invest in them or not. Once again, the amount of time that a company has been around in conjunction, that means in combination with the amount of money they got to play with, it determines if you should invest in them. In conjunction, no, it sounds crazy, but also in connection with if they're a company that you use in your everyday life. Okay? It's like choosing a partner. This person, what can this person do for me? You know what I mean? How does this person bring, add to, come to the table and help me out? Don't just invest in companies, man. I tell folks, don't just invest in companies because they got a lot of money and they're doing well. Because a lot of times, your discipline or your loyalty might not be there because they're not a household product that you use. And, in the long run, you want to like your investments. This is your money, black folks. You don't want to support scumbag company. For example, like, I think Apple, I'm cool on, man. I'm really, Apple to me, I'm cool on that. I don't need to invest in I don't need to take my money and put it in Apple technology. They make billions off of people just by coming out with, the now they be coming out with the Apple 6Z. You heard about that? The Apple 6Z, whatever the fuck, they'll charge y'all another $700 for that. Companies like that, they're sleazy to me. You know what I mean? So I don't care to invest in that company. So I'd rather invest in maybe a grocery store that I shop with, that I actually like the customer service there. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you invest. Invest in companies that you have a loyalty to, that you fucks with, that you've never really had bad experiences with. Like, I remember one time I invested in Crocs. Crocs, the shoe company. I was like, yo, those shits is comfortable. You know what I mean? To keep your feet cool, especially in the summertime. They cool to wear at work. The ladies be rocking and whatever. And I invested in it. And it actually did well for a while. So invest in companies that you're familiar with, that you have a familiarity with, because it's in your everyday life. All right. So now I want to buy. This is a play. This is a play type shit. All right. We ain't got no money. We just playing around. Okay. I want to buy. Let's buy 1,000 shares. Nah. I ain't gonna do that. That's playing around. Let's buy 3 shares, because you could do that. And I want to show y'all, because most of us don't got much, but it's a good way to learn and start. Now you could buy it when the market opens. You could buy it by the time the market closes. You could set a certain limit to when you want to have it bought. This is dope shit. This is dope shit. Like, if you just want to buy the shit once it hits 30.50, like if you have your eye on it, but you're like, you know what? I want to buy that shit when it hit 30.50 during a financial, emotional roller coaster. You know what I mean? If it hits 30.50, buy that shit. You can set a limit on it, and it'll buy it around that limit. Okay? Same things with these options. We ain't gonna get too much more into it. Now, I want to buy when the market opens. Okay, once again, we're gonna go back down. Buy it when the market opens, buy by the time the market closes, or set a limit to buy it for a certain amount. Once it hits that amount during the day, buy that shit. All right, so I want to buy it when the market opens. All right, what they say, good for the day. Yep, no other way to have it. Good for the day. That means that by me buying 3 shares of that purchase is good for the day. They gonna take care of it that day. All right, that's all that means. Preview order. Remember, of course, I don't even have enough. But okay, let's do this. I told y'all this is a play account. I have several. All right, chill, be easy. I'm trying to teach. Okay, check this out. 30, 45. That's how much it costs per slice of bread, times 3. We want 3 shares of it. Okay, equals how much? $91.35. Plus, they're going to charge you E-Trade. E-Trade is going to charge you another $9.99 for the purchase. And they charge you another $9.99 to sell it. That's why you got to be patient with your shit. Because if you ain't even made $20 for the week, guess what? I've had stocks where it made, about $20 that day. But if I was to sell it, I know that they're going to be charging me $9.99, $10 pretty much. So really, what am I making? I'm only making $10. So chill. Let it go through its emotional up and down. Let it do that for about a year, man. Let it do that for about 2-3 years. You'll be so surprised at how quickly your money grows, man, by you just letting it chill. Okay, so that's the whole purpose of it. When you buy it, As soon as you purchase it, some companies, some brokerage accounts have it set up to where you get an email. You know what I mean? You get an email or you get a confirmation within this portal. Like, see, I got 11 alerts right here. You know? Okay? What's that? One of those anyway. Okay, we got it. We good. Okay. All right. So let's go back. Research. Let's look up another company. We're gonna do one more, and then we gonna stop it right there because I think y'all will have it. Y'all will have it down pat. Okay. All right. Let's look up another company. So we did Kroger. What did we see at Kroger? We saw how much it costs for a slice of bread, right? We saw the ticker symbol that they use. TICKER. There it is. That's all you got to do. For any company you want. Any company you could think of. Any company. Shit, let's we did Kroger. I don't want to do Publix. I want to do some. Let's do Chick-fil-A, man. Everybody eat a Chick-fil-A, right? They's trifling asses. Chick-fil-A. What does it say? Chick-fil-A ticker. I thought you was gonna show us. Oh, I know why, because we didn't put it in. I could just click on one of these links, but I wanna. Guess it ain't gonna. Chick-fil-A. Wasn't it? I thought it was CHIK. Am I tripping? I could have sworn Chick-fil-A was CHIK. I'm bugging. And once again, I apologize, man. I should have. I've had this laptop. It's a little old, but I've had it on all day too. I know that I've been wearing this thing out. I've built like 2 websites within the past couple of days so far. So just bear with me. What is this thing doing? This is not Chick-fil-A, man. No. Oh, jeez. Just tell me the goddamn. On the internet, make you want to do that shit. Just tell me the goddamn. All right. Chick-fil-A. There you go. Okay. There you go. All righty. Let's do Chick-fil-A wiki. Maybe wiki will get me out of this craziness. Yep, it will. Okay, Chick-fil-A wiki. Okay. There we go. Big company. Made $6 billion and I mean that's a crazy amount, y'all. For a restaurant to make $6 billion and for all they do is give you a chicken sandwich, like, my God, man, what the fuck? Oh my God. Okay. I think clicking that link could lead us somewhere. Oh, come on. I know Chick-fil-A is on the stock market, aren't they? They might not be. Maybe that's why I can't find them. They might not be in the stock market. That's really interesting. Yeah, they might not be in the stock market. Wow. So they getting all that money for themselves. Interesting. Okay. Well, is Burger King, McDonald's, ticker. Okay, McDonald's is there. You know, good old Mickey D's. All right, so what's the ticker symbol? It's MCD. How much do they charge for a slice of bread? $117.17. Let's be real, folks. McDonald's has been around for motherfucking years, and it ain't going no goddamn where. And honestly, if I had a little bread, I'd probably invest in it too. Okay, it's been around forever. It is the top fast food chain in the fucking world. Okay, but let's okay. Now let's go to our brokerage account and fuck with it. We know the symbol now, so let's go into our brokerage account. MCD. There it goes. McDonald's Corp. Okay. What am I doing? Why do I keep putting the ticker symbol in my bro? Because I want to learn more about the company. That's why I want to see how much money they got. I want to see how much they playing with. I want to see how what they do, how long they been around. That's all. That's all I'm doing. McDonald's Corporation operates and franchises McDonald's restaurants. The company's restaurants serve a locally relevant menu of quality food and drinks sold at various price points in over 100 countries. The company's segments include U.S. international lead markets, high growth markets, foundation markets, corporate, and corporate. Of the approximately 36,525 restaurants in over, that's a lot of damn restaurants, in over 120 countries, approximately 30,080 are franchised and over 6,444 are owned by the company. McDonald's franchise restaurants are owned and operated under various structures, including conventional franchise development license or affiliate. The company is primarily a franchisor with over 80% of McDonald's restaurants owned and operated by independent franchisees. Okay, none of that's really important. Let's touch on this right here. You could add the stock to the watch list, okay? When you have brokerage accounts and things like that, there's tools, man. There's so many tools, and really, that's why it's really, man, give them that 500, man, because the information that they give you into these companies is worth that amount of money. Okay, so you might get you a check for what, a grand or something like that, man. Put 200 in the stock market, man, and invest in a stock. Okay, now back again. How much did it start the emotional roller coaster ride with? $116.49. How much did it close with? $117.36. Stop right there. Stop right there. Y'all see that? Did y'all notice that? Did y'all notice that? God damn, that's almost $1 difference within the day. This is how people get rich off the stock market. Think of the man that's a billionaire and he got 1 million shares. This had emotional roller coaster ride with $1 differential almost. You see that? 16.49. How you could tell your differential? Differential. That just means the difference in between the two numbers, right? Okay. Let's add it. 117 minus 116. I'm sorry, y'all. That's that HP with the stupid loud mouse clicker. Okay. 87 cents. 87 cents. All right. So imagine the dude, he got 1 million shares. No, that's tripping. He got 10,000 shares, because there's people that got 10,000 shares in McDonald's. Okay, so today, what does that mean? Today alone, he made 87 cents. He made $8,700. You see how powerful this shit is? Do you see how powerful? Okay, once again. Okay. Let me see how much 117 is anyway. I'm curious. I'm curious as to how much 10,000 shares would cost. It's not bad. That's only $1 million. That's only $1 million, but you see the wealth in that? No, I'm not tripping. Yeah, that's only $1 million. $1,171,000. So if you got $1,171,000, and let's just say hypothetically you got all your money in the stock market, and you invested in McDonald's, and today McDonald's made 87 cents differential, made your profit at 87 cents. It went up today. Well, guess what? You just made $8,000 in that day. And you know what's crazy? You could sell it. You could sell it right then and there. You could sell it. You could sell that amount in shares right then and there. You could sell it, and you'll get your money. It'll probably take about 3 business days for them to process it. You get your money, be able to pull it out just like you would a bank. Pull out cash in the ATM machine. Okay. Of course, there's certain legalities. I personally always tell folks leave 30% in there just for tax purposes. Okay. So you pull out something like 5,000. You know what I mean? Like that's what these folks are doing, man. That's what these folks are doing. Like this is how they're keeping money. This is how they're staying wealthy. Not about none of that shit you wondering, pyramid schemes and all of this nonsense I see black folks coming up with. Like, stop it, man. Stop it. Be smart. Like, this is what it is. This is what it is. I done showed you what you have to do to buy it. Same shit. Buy it right then and there. We buying it. How much? Well, shit, we want 1,000 shares, and they gonna let you do it. They gonna let you do it, man. They gonna love you too. They might have brokers calling your damn phone. They gonna love you for it. What can anything else we can help? They gonna give you the best customer service ever. And this is much quicker than having your damn money in a bank account. This is how it works. It's easy. It's simple, and you could buy any. You could buy one. I want one. Broke ass nigga. No, there's no Indian man over the counter. You dig? Ain't nobody embarrassing you, making you feel bad for nothing. Just know that you always gonna spend $9.99 for every transaction. But you could buy one. You could buy one share. All right, so let me wrap this up real quick before I go. You got $200 to $300. I'm gonna show you how to do this shit now. I'm gonna show you how to do this shit now. You got no. Hey, what's up?
I don't know how to lock y'all door.
Nah, don't worry about it.